Welcome back to the Oregon State College Football Preview. This Dreams Realized Player Profile is presented by World Financial Group, helping you move from dreaming to doing. Now from the campus in Corvallis, here's your host, Jen Mueller.
Underdog stories captivate football fans, especially the Rudy stories, the walk-ons who persevere to make their dreams come true. OSU center Marcus Henderson knows all about the perseverance and determination it takes. He overcame several challenges to realize his dream of a college football career. But it's the choices he makes off the field that provide the most inspiration. He was living the American dream, or so it seemed. Marcus Henderson grew up in the affluent suburb of Lake Oswego, Oregon, just south of Portland. But Marcus didn't dream about playing football like the other boys in the neighborhood. Instead, he dreamed of an escape from domestic violence.
You know, my dad, he did abuse me. He verbally abused me, physically abused me. He would hang me upside down by my ankles over a railing. He's also very abusive to my mother, so there's, you know, spousal abuse. And just going through all of that from 5th grade on, pretty much, you know, it took away my childhood.
When the abuse became too much to bear, Marcus, his mother, and older sister went from a dream home to welfare overnight. He became the man of the house at the age of 10 when the trio and 2 beloved family pets moved to a rented apartment across town. His mother was determined to keep the kids in the same school, a decision that would prove vital during a shocking transition.
Living in poverty in Lake Oswego is something you really don't hear about.
At the school here, we didn't know about it. His mom worked very hard to keep their family as stable as possible.
There was a certain point we didn't even know where we were going to live. And we had 2 pets, a cat and a dog, and you know, not only us living to try to find the means of feeding ourselves, we also had to feed and provide for the 2 pets. You know, there were nights I would go to bed hungry. We were on welfare, on food stamps. It was rough.
As the family struggled to stay afloat, Marcus stayed positive. It would have been easy for the teen to turn to alcohol or drugs to dull the pain of an abusive past. Instead, he kept his body strong and his mind clear and focused on family and faith.
Because my father was an alcoholic, I knew I never wanted to do that because he was very abusive. Even when he wouldn't drink, he was still very abusive. And I knew that if I wanted to become a better person than he was, then I was not going to pollute my own body.
Financial struggles kept extracurricular activities out of reach until his senior year at Lake Oswego High School. Marcus walked onto the football team and walked away with an armful of awards, including first team All Three Rivers League and a spot on the prestigious Les Schwab Bowl. But college scouts didn't notice the promising player, so Marcus turned to what he knew best: tackling a challenge.
Being, you know, a one-year starter, no colleges really were looking at me, and so I didn't get any colleges offering anything. And I knew because my mother, my sister, my grandfather, and also my high school coach, Steve Corey, they all went to Oregon State, and they all graduated from there. And I knew that I wanted to carry on that tradition. So I also knew that Oregon State football coaching staff are very welcome to walk-ons.
I made a call to Coach Riley, who I know very well. I'm a Beaver myself. And I said, here's a kid that, number 1, great character. Number 2, he's got a lot of athletic ability. And he just needs a chance. He's a great walk-on candidate. He's a guy that I think, Coach, that maybe would have a chance to play. If not, he's going to be a great character kid to have on your team. He's going to be a guy that's got a chance maybe down the road. Would you give him a chance to play? Coach Riley was great, said love to have him, and gave Marcus a chance to walk on. So
I walked on. Actually ended up playing in the very first game of that season against Portland State in the brand new Research Stadium. And you know, that was the only game I played in all season, but it was incredible to even get in.
But making the OSU team wasn't enough to keep Marcus on the field. He needed financial assistance to stay in Corvallis. As a last resort, he turned to head coach Mike Riley for help. Marcus held his breath for a week, waiting to hear the news.
He came up to me after practice and he was like, I just want you to know all the coaches unanimously voted, and we all want you to stay here based off the work ethic, your character, and you're a perfect fit for this program. And so we're going to award you, a full scholarship, and you've really earned it. And I mean, I was completely speechless. Such a blessing.
He's our perfect Beaver story of perseverance, and it's perseverance of high character. You know, he walked onto our team, And let alone athletically walking on and earning a scholarship, that's one thing, but all the stuff that he has dealt with in his life is another thing. And I love the story and appreciate him every day for who he is and what he does.
As for the future, Marcus is focused on his new challenge of making the NFL. He plans to use his football status to start a charity to help others struggling with domestic violence. Mostly, Marcus is committed to a lifetime of inspiring and encouraging others to believe in their dreams despite the odds.
I know it can help others, and it's very inspirational, not only for other people, but it's also to me. And it helps me want to achieve my goal even more.
His goal is not finished. His dream is just actually beginning, and he's on to beginning a charity and making a difference in this world.
The Dreams Realized Player Profile was presented by World Financial Group, helping you move from dreaming to doing.